I don't know if you remember, but like right after you came last year, at least a couple times, you came to, and we had long conversations in my office, and I remember, really being impressed at that time that you're really trying to figure out how you can make this a career, English teaching, and you were asking lots of, very interesting and wonderful questions. And so now, after the 2 years have gone by, all I can say is no wonder. You had a plan and you had goals, and I think you're well on your way to achieving your goals.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for your advice. I'm really glad that I finally found a place where I belong, and I feel very much like it's my home, because this is a family, this is like a hometown, and that's why I'm sticking around. Thank you.
All right. Dr. Gatinji.
So I'm introducing somebody who does not need any introduction because everybody knows anything about Brazil. So what I can say about Razia is that she has taught me so much about Indonesia. I know much that I did not know about language in Indonesia. Dialects, of course, that is what I'm always interested in. And also, Razia is a great person to work with in almost everything. If you ever want somebody who can actually help you and provide a practical solution to what you want to do, Razia is there. If you want a hard worker who is going to, I don't know whether she wants to do her PhD, but if you can think about somebody who can do a PhD in 1 year, so thank you so much for being a good student.
We'll let you say something in a minute.
Thank you so much. Like everybody else in my class, that I feel everybody is like a family here at Linguistics. Gordy is my home, obviously. I move everything from my apartment to my office, so it's up for sure. And then I had great fun taking classes with all the professors here at Linguistics, and most of them have been, the position themselves instead of as a professor, they're colleagues, and they're willing to work with us. Most of them are very entertaining in class, so I didn't feel like even attending a class. Well, I don't want to extend the speech here, but I really want to share something really funny happened in my syntax class with Dr. Yoshida, which I'll never forget. Well, before I took syntax, I always pictured Dr. Yoshida as somebody who's very serious, somebody who's like, frankly speaking, didn't know how to have fun. But it all changed when I took syntax class. He's a lot of fun, and he's actually a very funny guy. He actually fits to be a comedian without his, he probably never make jokes, but he's funny just by himself. So one thing for sure, I've never been good at syntax, and I knew it for sure, so that's why I decided to always sit right in the front row so I could pay attention, less distractions and everything. And I had the entire quarter, I had the honor to have every single handout of homework he gave us for him to be taken each time he discussed it and leave me with no handouts at all. I felt so trusted, so I didn't have any handouts, so instead of just staring at him, explaining the whole homework all the time. So when I get really used to it, to stare at him since he's standing right in front of me. So this one session when I was, as usual, I'm staring at him. And then probably there was the epiphany for him, and he's like reading the handout, and then he realized I'm probably staring at him, and he lowered his paper. He looked at me and said, "What are you looking at me?" This is happening when he was expecting explaining something to the whole class. And I'm paying attention to you. And I got my hand out. And he's like, yeah, but you're staring at me in an adoring way. I'm nervous. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And since then, I found him to be like way on top of it. I mean, he's no longer that serious guy because I usually, you know, I met him all the time in the hallway, and then we made jokes. He's the only professor that commenting on my wardrobe. He said I'm a fashionable woman. I'm so But above all professors in linguistics have been very wonderful, and so are my classmates. Thank you.
Next, I represent Dr. David Bell in introducing Jen Cousins and Kaylee Hireman. I have a message to read. I worked with Kaylee and Jen on their directed research as undergraduates. It has been a treat to be able to mentor their pro-sem research. It's great to see how their linguistic imagination and research abilities have developed and matured over such a short time. I know that whatever they do when they graduate, they will bring the same industry persistence and intellectual endeavor that they have shown in their research. Congratulations. Sequence, but I would like to give you these, and then hear from you, each of you, if you want to say anything.
I just want to say being in the department for 5 years has been a really great experience, growing and learning in different ways, and meeting all of you and just learning so much from all of you, especially when I came into the graduate program. Really enjoyed spending this past year with all you guys.
It was really nice having the second years welcome us and take us into their family and grow with them and learn from them. So thank you very much.
Right. Next, Dr. Marchukova.
Yes!
I want to say a few words about this. Those words, I'll start with the funny thing, but then go into the serious thing, okay? Unusual. She doesn't know what I'm going to say. Once in a while, actually quite often, I see this blonde, curly creature watching behind my window in my home office. At sunrise or sunset, and I think, who's there? The beautiful blonde. Christina! My house.
So watch out when you're walking on stage.
I
never know who's watching.
No, I'm just working on the secret, and I'm always pleased to see you. So Christina was very active at Job Festival and English Local. And I really want to say a big thank you to her. And I thought that what if your mind is a very student? He wants to do it. There was a different classes with me. Many of them were teaching English for all kinds of this and they were very happy with the work. How helpful you were, how supportive you were, how professional you were. And that's such a blessing for our program to have a person like that. I feel she is very reliable, very serious, very professional. And on the other side, again, when I see everybody is smart, how come you and oh, you probably know, he's still not getting married.
For you.
Professional level and a personal level, that's
Thank you.
And you guys have your.
I was thinking about what I was going to say, and I wanted to recount. I think it was in Dr. Jarvis's pedagogical technology class, where it was kind of his first time really meeting us second years because he was on sabbatical last year. And in the middle, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in the middle of class one time he said something to the effect of how talkative we were. And it was just like, wow, you guys are so talkative. First years might not know this, but us second years tend to just pipe up in class and we have conversations in the classroom and we get involved. And I just wanted to say how wonderful that was because I think it's a reflection of how we don't cut each other down and we're supportive to each other. We all want to do well, but we're not competitive in a mean sense. And so I encourage you who are left to follow in those footsteps and pass on that tradition to the next class as well. That in that spirit, we're able to pipe up because we're not afraid that our classmate is going to be like, ah, what she said in class. But it's the opposite. And so I just really appreciate that in all of my fellow graduating class. So thank you for being cool.
Yes, next on my list is Dr. Oshda. I'll let you take it.
Princess, thank you very much. I think my family are totally astonished about someone they really don't know. Anyway, this is Peter Wang. Peter was my advisor. What's great about him is he's so comfortable with himself. And he has a very good balance of being confident and also being open to others' opinions. And I really enjoyed working with you, Peter, because I learned a lot about Swahili syntax and morphology from him. And he's thinking of going to a PhD student, and now the PhD program. And I think he will be a good scholar and will stay as a good person as he has been. Good luck.
You're not going to let Wonky speak.
Yeah.
So you... Yeah, we didn't give him a good deal. Next, I represent Dr. Scott Jarvis, and would like to introduce Irina Konstantinova. So, fresh from Finland, female king. Irina has been an uncommonly dedicated, perceptive, and well-balanced student who has learned exceptionally well what we have taught her. And has also taken it upon herself to extend her learning far beyond what she has been taught. I have been impressed with her ability to grasp complex concepts quickly and to bring to light new and valuable insights of her own. She has a sharp mind and an engaging personality. She is just the sort of person you want as a colleague, and I'm very happy that she will be joining our research project in the coming months.
Well, my stay here was a little bit longer than 2 years. I've been in Linguistics department for 3 years because I was transferring from another MA program. And when I first came, I first talked to Dr. Oshida, first to express my gratitude to him and to say that I'm really honored to know you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity and considering my candidacy for future, at that time, student linguistics department, and trusting me because the first quarter was sort of my probational quarter because I was still in another department, and then I was officially admitted to the program. And the next 2.5 years were quite wonderful. I got to know a lot of people from graduate students from last year and you guys, and I've made a lot of friends, and I really, really want to thank everyone here, all the professors and students, and I wish you students, first year students, good luck in your future endeavors, and thank you.
I continue to represent Dr. Scott Jarvis by introducing Yin John Mee.